Thanks for joining here today as we talk a little bit more about the big winter storm coming in as we go throughout the next few days. It's forming and it is getting its act together across the far western plains and the Rocky Mountains. It looks pretty disorganized right now in terms of the cloud cover and the precipitation. Nothing really to write home about, but that system will strengthen. It'll be part of two systems. This one will be kind of a Ohio Valley low that'll eventually transfer to a stronger system along the coast. 500 millibar vorticity, or the energy and spin aloft around 18,000 feet. Very important. Big trough of low pressure forming with this and moving off towards the east. You can see that buckling in the jet stream and then that lifting, that ridging coming in across portions of the Midwest and into the east as we go throughout the post-storm from this system. Also, cold air in place across New England and the Northeast when this storm starts. So that cold air damming will really help out, getting more snow closer to the coast. Marginal temperatures move in later on, but we're not going to deal with anything really too warm this week. So plenty of cold air to work with, except for areas obviously that are close to the ocean that are going to deal with that low pressure system throwing in some warm air. Here is the future cast. As the system forms across the western Ohio Valley area, it's going to potentially be pretty decent. As it moves eastward to Ohio, that will fall apart a little bit as it transfers over to a East Coast low and then big time storm there. You could see a very nice looking pressure gradient, major snow across the Delmarva, up across portions of central and eastern Pennsylvania, the western portions of New York City, the boroughs there, Connecticut, Massachusetts. But it doesn't just ride up the coast, so you're not going to see a ton moving into portions of Maine and New Hampshire and portions of Vermont. It'll move away from the coast at that point. And then an upper level low system could allow for a few snow showers back behind the main area of precipitation. So certainly a interesting, a very impactful large-scale event, and the models are in general good agreement. They have been in good agreement now for several days for the most part. Some differences, some wobbling between capping out at 12-15 inches or capping out over 2 feet of snow. The NAM model has been a little bit too far west from what we really like to see. And that's mainly due to it underestimating an area of high pressure across portions of southeastern Canada and the northeast US that should suppress the system a little bit, push it off towards the east a little bit. So where you see those 10 inches of snow around Pittsburgh, PA, those heavy totals getting into eastern Ohio, probably not likely. Definitely expecting less in the way of snow there. Here is our snowfall forecast at this point. Where the heart of this storm lines up, we're talking 16 to 24 inches with isolated higher amounts. That'll be a pretty good area, but it will cut off outside of that pretty sharply, especially on the eastern side where that freezing rain, sleet, dry air, and regular rain wrap into the system. So you'll go within 50 miles or so from a major winter storm to hardly any impacts. But then back towards the west with that first low pressure, a couple inches of snow likely. It could be a little bit more in spots. We'll see how strong that first low pressure system in the Ohio Valley will be before it transfers. Let's take a look at those headlines. Big thing to take away is there is less confidence where that sharp cutoff is east, where the rain snow line will be, and then there's also less confidence on how much you can get in Indiana and Ohio. Maybe even western Pennsylvania, because a shift with that system a little bit more further west now puts, instead of 3 or 4 inches in towards the Ohio, West Virginia, PA border, now it's 6-7 inches. So we'll keep an eye on that, but we have good confidence on 1 to 2 feet in the heart of this storm, and winds are going to be about 20-30 mile per hour gust wise, maybe a little bit less sustained. So the only higher winds are going to be close to the coast, where it's going to be mainly in the form of rain. So you're not dealing with massive blizzard conditions or anything like that, but there will be some blowing and drifting. Thanks for watching. We'll continue to keep you updated as we go throughout this winter storm. If you're a snow contractor, we certainly appreciate you to at least inquire a little bit about what we can do to help. We have very detailed forecast breakdowns that guide you through these storms, making much better decisions. Thanks, and take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.